What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chen coming back at you with another Madden 17 video. And in today's video, we are doing Denard Robinson, running back for Jacksonville Jaguars. Here he is right here, 73 overall running back. I think he's 25 years old, out of the University of Michigan. He did play a little bit of quarterback in college, I think maybe his freshman and sophomore year or something. And then made a position change in the NFL. Like a lot of other players do. So in this series, we are going to kind of rebuild the Jags, but primarily we're just going to focus on how Denard Robinson plays at the quarterback position. So we're going to change him to a quarterback. I also did Braxton Miller and Terrell Pryor. Now, the Braxton Miller at quarterback had way more success because he was a younger player and he developed way nicer than Terrell Pryor. I think I won 11 Super Bowls with Braxton Miller at quarterback. And then when I did Terrell Pryor, he was an older player, 27 years old with slow development. So he only went... didn't really go up in overall, only won like 1 or 2 Super Bowls with him. So hopefully we can get back on track with Denard Robinson at quarterback. And just going to go to the roster here and see what his overall is, and then we'll make some trades and stuff to improve this team. So Denard Robinson, switch him to quarterback. He is 54 overall. Throw power 74, short accuracy 66, medium accuracy 63, deep accuracy 61, and his awareness is 74. So more of a mobile quarterback now because he's got that good speed, but really attributes for passing aren't that great. So we'll have to work on that when we get some player XP with him. But for the purpose of this video is for see how good I can get him at quarterback. So I do these videos with salary cap off. I do my other rebuilds with salary cap on. But I just want to make this team as successful as possible with him at quarterback. So salary cap's going to be off. And the order of business in year number 1 here is to make some trades to get some talent on this offense for him to have success in year number 1. So I'm not even going to touch my defense. They have a lot of good prospects, young players like Jalen Ramsey, Telvin Smith, Miles Jack, Dante Fowler Jr., players like that. So the defense is going to grow, and we will be getting defensive players. But in year 1, we're going to concentrate on wide receivers, O-line, basically everything on the offensive side of the ball. So Denard Robinson can have the most success as possible in year number 1 and get a lot of XP. So that is what the plan is. So I'm going to start doing some trades. I won't show probably every little trade, but I will just show you guys kind of just the big ones, and we will pick it up at my first trade. Concentrating on the O-line to start off. So I traded Aubrey Jones, defensive tackle, and Paul Puzlesny, the veteran linebacker, and a 4th round pick this year, to Dallas lineman in Dallas. So I got Zach Martin and Travis Frederick. Both are young players, only 25 years old. So this is what the O-line is going to be looking like in year 1. I made 2 other trades I didn't show. I traded for Ronnie Stanley, rookie offensive tackle from the Baltimore Ravens, superstar development. And then I moved Frederick to the left guard because it's Brian Linder. He's an 86 overall center, and he's only 24 years old. So Martin and Frederick are my 2 guards, so that's very good. And then I got Muhort from the Colts, so I usually get him. He's pretty easy to get. Quick development, 24 years old. Move him to right tackle. He's got 84 pass blocking, so that's pretty good. So now let's give Denard Robinson some targets. Allen Robinson, probably going to keep him. He's 88. Allen Hurns, he's only an 83, and he's 24 years old. I'm not sure. I might get a better option at that. And definitely going to get a better... I want at least 3 good receivers on this team to start off. So I'm going to make a couple trades, and we'll get some receivers. With this trade, I got a very good wide receiver, but I had to give up a lot. A 2nd and a 3rd rounder, and Allen Hurns is going to the Atlanta Falcons, but I get 99 overall, Julio Jones. So I was able to find my tight end, Jordan Reed from the Washington Redskins. Traded Aaron Colvin, cornerback, Roy Miller, defensive tackle, and a 2nd round pick next year. For this trade to go through, the Giants needed a middle linebacker, so I picked up McLean in free agency just to trade away. So I traded Julius Thomas, McLean, and my 1st round pick this year, so I only have like a 6th and a 7th rounder this year. For Odell Beckham Jr., 93 overall. Now, he is better than Allen Robinson in overall, but probably going to start OBJ in the slot. I think that'll be a pretty good look. Alright, so I'm done making trades. I will show you guys my team, and then we'll start simming year number 1 and see how Denard Robinson does as a quarterback again. So, like I said, he's 54 overall. I edited his equipment, I should say, to kind of what he wore in college when he played quarterback. TJ Yeldon, I didn't trade for running back, but I'm going to be starting Yeldon. He's 22 with quick development, so starting him over Chris Ivory. Wide receivers, very important. Julio Jones, 99. Like I said, going to be starting OBJ in the slot. Marquise Lee's 4th receiver. Justin Blackman's 6th. Allen Robinson's the 2nd receiver, and Rashad Green is the 5th. I also traded for Michael Burton, the fullback from the Detroit Lions. Another very big target for Denard Robinson is the tight end I traded for, Jordan Reed from the Redskins. So hopefully he could find him in the middle of the field. And the O-line, which is very important. I got Ronnie Stanley, Travis Frederick, Brian Linder, Zach Martin, and Jack Mewhort. So that's looking pretty good. So I think I'm ready to sim. I got my depth chart set up. I'll show you guys my defense. Everything stays the same. I traded Prince Amukamara and Roy Miller, and I think really that's about it. So, and Paul Lesney, because I did sign 2 free agents. James Laurinaitis, I needed a middle linebacker because I traded Paul Lesney away. So Laurinaitis is my middle linebacker, and needed another corner, so I picked up Quan Williams. I usually pick him up. He's 25 and he's 76 overall, so that's pretty decent. And everything really else should stay the same on defense. I really just wanted to concentrate on offense to get Denard Robinson, get the ball rolling. My God, I can't even speak. So I'm going to start simming ahead here, guys, and we will see you guys in the playoffs. So after simming the first year, here we are in the playoffs. It looks like we didn't make it, so we will take a look on how everyone did. Record was 4-12 on the year, so that's not really a good start to this. So we will see what went wrong. Looks like Denard Robinson actually played pretty good. 4,212 yards, 29 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and he completed 61% of his passes. So that's actually pretty good, and sacked 49 times. So that's not good. And rushing, TJ Yeldon, 914 yards, 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Jordan Reed, 78 catches for 890 and 6 touchdowns. Had 2 1,000-yard receivers, Odell Beckham Jr. along with Julio Jones. And defensively, James Laurinaitis led the team with 132 tackles. Tackles for loss, Malik Jackson led in that. And quarterback sacks was defensive tackle Sheldon Day. Interceptions, Telvin Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and James Laurinaitis all were tied with 3 interceptions. So I had the 19th best offense in the league, and defense was 12. So, that's kind of middle of the pack, and not too sure why record was so bad. Not like this division is good with the Titans, Texans, and Colts. But hopefully next year they can kind of get their chemistry together. So Denard Robinson, he's got 8,000 XP to spend. Can't really boost up his development trade after that. So just to boost up his awareness is 1,000. Wow. So maybe just work on his accuracy. I'll just go all short, get it up to a 75, which is pretty decent. So he went from a 54 to a 56 after 1 year. So that's really not that great. So I don't know. Hopefully next year you can get more XP and he can go up even higher. But we will see. I don't think really anyone's got that much XP. Miles Jack has 13,000. Sheldon Day's got 13,000. Jalen Ramsey's got the highest with 17,000. So year 1 is in the books. I'm going to do the offseason. Might pick up a couple free agents, primarily for the defensive side of the ball. Don't have any draft picks. I think I might have a 6th or a 7th, but that's irrelevant. So we will pick it up in year number 2. So here we are in year number 2. I did free agency. Only about 4 guys, and then did the draft. I didn't have any picks, so I just simmed right to next season. So here we are. This is what the offense looks like. Really, everything's the same. What we are going to do, since I'd say we have elite players at each position, besides, running back, and Denard Robinson really is not that good, but that's why we're doing this video. So now to win championships, we need a defense to get these Super Bowl rings. Well, we had 11 with Braxton Miller, so I'm going to see if we can at least come close to that. So I'm going to start trading for some players on the defense side of the ball, and we'll start making this defense look a bit nicer than what it is right now. So I'm going to take a look at my options, and we'll pick it up with you guys at my first trade. With my first trade in year number 2, decided to go with a linebacker, C.J. Mosley from the Baltimore Ravens. Very good young linebacker. Traded Marquise Lee. Prince Mukamara, traded him again. Picked him up in free agency in the offseason. Wasn't really planning on trading him, but here we are. And a 4th rounder this year for, like I said, C.J. Mosley's so with him, Miles Jack and Talvin Smith in that 4-3 linebacker scheme. A lot of speed there, and they could run sideline to sideline. Trade number 2, going with a strong, very good young one in the NFL right now. Landon Collins, 92 overall. I think he's 23 years old. When I think of him in college, more of a like down in the box, kind of hard-hitting safety, but now he's more of like a playmaker, kind of all-around safety. Very good player. So I traded A.J. Cann, backup offensive guard, a 1st rounder this year and a 3rd round pick next year. With this trade, I picked up DeMarcus Ware in the offseason, moved him to defensive end, so I traded him away, a 4th and a 5th round pick next year. For Dejon Buchanan, middle linebacker from the Arizona Cardinals, a lot of guys pick him up and move him to either free safety or strong safety. He goes up to like a 90. And that is kind of plan is. Traded for cornerback Aqib Talib from the Broncos. Traded Jonathan Cyprin and a 7th round pick this year. Talib's 31, so maybe I can get another year or 2 out of him before he really starts going down in overall. With my last trade this year, Cordell Patterson, who I got in free agency in the offseason, a 1st round pick this year that I got from Chicago because I traded Blake Bortles to the Bears. And my 2nd round pick next year is going to the Giants in exchange for cornerback Janoris Jenkins. Corners are just a real bitch to trade for in this game. You really have to give up a lot. So Jenkins, I got their 5th and 6th round pick in next year's draft. So that's all the trades I'm going to do. I'll add all these guys in my depth chart. I'll see how it looks, and I will show you guys my depth chart in just a second. So in year number 2, this is what the offense is going to look like. A couple small changes. Backup quarterback Brian Hoyer. I play with injuries off, so he won't get any playing time. Carlos Williams at running back, 3rd running back. I picked him up. Vincent Jackson and Ted Ginn Jr., some veteran receivers. Picked up Luke Wilson in the offseason. Ryan Wendell and John Sullivan, some veteran O-linemen, and the rest of my backups stay the same. All the starters are going to stay the same. And defensively is where I spent most of in year number 2. I wanted to kind of build up my secondary. My D-line is pretty young, and they could develop kind of nicely. Sheldon Day went up quite a bit last year. I think he was a 72, now he's a 76. But I might still upgrade that just to make it ridiculous. But linebacking core, brought in C.J. Mosley along with Talvin Smith and Miles Jack. That's a lot of speed at that position. And then I really like what I did with my safeties. Landon Collins, 92 overall, very young player. And then brought in Buchanan. I bring in Buchanan like 9 out of the 10 leagues I do. And he's got a quick development. I'm not sure if he got it from like a new roster update, or if the Cardinals, like when I simmed it, just bought him that. But that'd be sweet if he had a quick development, because I trade for him a lot. I know a lot of other guys do. And at cornerbacks, starting Jalen Ramsey, and I also brought in Janoris Jenkins, who's going to be number 2 corner, and Aqib Talib. I'm going to play him in the nickel. He's kind of an older guy, but on overall got a good awareness and stuff, so I think he could play closer to the quarterback there in the nickel. So this is what the team's looking like heading into year number 2. Year number 1, Denard Robinson did pretty good. We went 4-12 though, so as a team, not that great. But I think in year number 2, we could actually make the playoffs with this team. And heading into year number 3, I might actually bring in a better running back, and then they keep on working on this defense, probably bring in some better D linemen if these guys don't get that much better. So that's a little look in the future. But I can start simming ahead, guys, and we will pick it up with you guys in the playoffs again. So here we are, guys. We are in the divisional stage of the playoffs, and we are playing in this game. 11-5 was our record on the regular season, and we play the 10-6 San Diego Chargers in the division. So now let's take a look at some stats. Denard Robinson's got 13,000 XP, so did a bit better than last year. So we'll take a look at some individual stats and then get into the playoffs. So he threw for over 5,000 yards in his second year as a quarterback in the NFL, which is good. So 5,068 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, still sacked 46 times. So I know our O-line's very stacked, but he's got like 91 speed, so he is a mobile quarterback, and I think he might be running around, getting sacked on his own. That's kind of my theory. I said that a couple times before. TJ Yeldon had just over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. Chris Ivory had 11 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Allen Robinson's 89 receptions for 905 and 5 touchdowns. Jordan Reed, 87 receptions for 1,157 yards and 8 touchdowns. Odell Beckham Jr., 73 catches for 1,183 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Julio Jones, 71 receptions for 1,224 yards and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, CJ Mosley led the team with 124 tackles. Tackles for loss was Malik Jackson with 7. At quarterback sacks was Malik Jackson coming at 13 sacks. This guy had 12 sacks. Not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Sheldon Day had 9. Dante Fowler Jr. had 7. Interceptions, Jalen Ramsey had 4. Mosley, Smith, and Buchanan all had 3 apiece. Taking a look at what my team did, offensive yards, we were second best offense in the league, and defensively, we are 5th best, so huge improvements on both sides of the ball. That is what I like to see. So now I'm actually gonna jump into this game. I'll show you guys maybe a couple drives as me playing with Denard Robinson, a quarterback, see how he is with the speed and the throwing. I will spend some player XP here, and I will show you guys what he went up to in overall and what I spent it on, and then we will jump into the playoffs. So after spending some player XP, Denard Robinson is a 59, but with that +2 confidence boost, he is a 61. So I kind of spread it out a little bit more. Last year I spent it all on short throw accuracy. Spent a little bit more on that, but that is a 79. His medium accuracy is a 72, deep's a 63, awareness 75, and his throw power is a 74. So as long as he can throw 5 to 10 yards, give it to the playmakers and let them make the plays. So I'm going to jump into a game, see how he plays as a quarterback, and show a couple drives of me playing, and then we'll see if I move on to the conference. All right, there's Denard Robinson right there, taking the field, number 16 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. San Diego got the ball, but was unable to get any points. So let's see how he is throwing on the run. Gets a receiver, and he gets a good gain on the play. Coming up, I'm going to call an audible. See what the defense is playing. And looks like I got RB possibly open. That throw power, that ball is taking a while to get there. The penalty was holding on Mewhort, so I got the ball back 10. But you could tell, like, the throw power, like, I'm throwing it to A. Oh my god, that accuracy was terrible. Jordan Reed probably could have beat that safety for a touchdown. 3rd and very long coming up. I don't know if he even has the arm strength to throw it 20 yards. Do I have B? No. Denzel Perriman knocks it down. Denard Robinson 1 for 4 for 34 yards to start this game. Not that great. 2nd and 5 on the play. Denard Robinson takes the snap. He's got Julio, possibly. That 74 throw power. Wow, that was not a good throw. 2nd and 10. Running some play action. I want to hit somebody deep. Julio, get in there. Touchdown. Denard Robinson, first passing touchdown as a quarterback in the playoffs. Here you see Denard Robinson take the snap, fake the handoff to Yeldon, look downfield. He threw it away. Looks like Brandon Flowers was coming on that corner blitz. And the ex-Michigan quarterback just threw it up to 99 overall Julio Jones, who came down with it for a touchdown. Tie football game. That is all I'm going to play. Just going to sim the rest because the computer probably going to do way better than me. But My thoughts on Denard Robinson so far as a 59 overall quarterback, he is shit. That is all I'm going to say. Throw power 74, you could totally tell. Accuracy is not good. I really didn't run it that much. I tried to, but got sacked when I tried to roll out. Maybe that's why he's been getting sacked like 50 times a year. So I'm going to sim the rest of this game, and we will see if I'm moving on in the playoffs or not. So at the end of the game, we are coming out with the win, 41-20, and I was only able to put up 7 points in the first quarter. So the guys really poured it on in the second half, and I started Robinson talking to Bosa, and that quarterback is moving on, and we are going to the conference championship, and I will see you guys in that game. So the simulation is underway. We play the 10-6 Pittsburgh Steelers, who are rated 89 overall. And this Jacksonville Jaguars team, I got them up to a 91 overall so far in year number 2, which is pretty good. But it's not really legit because we're playing with salary cap off. And looks like I'm probably going to lose. Looks like we are for sure. 42-21, but Pittsburgh is a very good team. They got a lot of good players on offense and some on defense. So they doubled up our score, 42-21. Came up a little bit short. There's Denard Robinson. But hopefully next year, we're still going to keep on building on that defense and keep in the playoffs and maybe the Super Bowl. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I usually do 3 years in a video, but I'm just going to stick it to 2 for the first one, and then we'll go back to 3 in the next one, and I'm going to keep doing Denard Robinson until he retires. That's what I've always done with Braxton Miller and Terrell Pryor. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.